The Enye.
Yeah,
So
Enya.
we'll get that. He's got a film that's out, and it's going to be screened here in Yakima coming up on February 7th, I believe, called Cement Suitcase, which was filmed entirely in the Yakima Valley. And it's received numerous awards in just the last couple of months.
I learned something very interesting on my way up. I was being educated as to production and all of the little things behind it that you would really enjoy, because I know you're kind of a politico? A politico?
A Politico?
Yeah, there you go. That guy.
How does that have to...
Well, they've actually reinstituted a lot of creative taxation benefits and tax incentives in Washington State to allow filmmakers to come into the area. So that's why you're going to see more of this.
Good.
Because there are huge incentives to producing. The Hangover 3 movie was done here in Washington State.
Very good.
A large portion of it.
Good deal, man. Well, we'll talk to Rick about his film, too. Of course, Aaron just back from shooting a pilot for a sitcom, and you can see more on that on our Facebook page there as well. But we'll talk with Rick here coming up in just a couple minutes here on 94.5.
The Big Show with Todd E. Lyons, Esquire, on 94.5 KATS.
20 minutes after 8 o'clock, and on the phone. Boy, today's been like, I feel like somebody on Entertainment Tonight or something. I'm talking to everybody about their projects in the movie and TV industry and stuff. But on the phone with us right now, the director and Yakima Valley native, Rick Castañeda. I won't try to pronounce it properly, Rick, for fear of just butchering it entirely, but good to hear from you again, my friend. How's things going?
Things are going great.
Now, you have been gallivanting about these great United States of ours, showing your film that you wrote and directed, entitled Cement Suitcase. For those that are unfamiliar, give us a brief synopsis about the plot line and also where this film was shot.
Sure. The movie's called Cement Suitcase. It's kind of an anti-romantic comedy about this guy who's a wine salesman in Prosser, Washington, and he's kind of one of those guys that hates his life. His girlfriend's cheating on him. He's about to lose his house. He doesn't have any friends, and he's kind of just in one of those big ruts that he can't get out of. And what happens is he ends up meeting the guy that his girlfriend's cheating on him with, and goes out golfing with him. For the guy's so nice, he just invites him golfing, and so it's kind of the jump that needs that makes his life jump out of that rut.
And speaking of, just to give people a frame of reference, the scenes that were shot on the golf course were filmed where?
Sela at the River Ridge
Golf Course is one of the prominent areas. But we were talking off the air before you came on with us here again. Rick Castañeda, director of Cement Suitcase, going to be shown here in Yakima in just a couple of weeks, and we'll get into that a little bit more. But there are some tremendous shots in this film, and I had the chance to see it when you guys were up at the Ellensburg Film Festival, and we just enjoyed it immensely. Having grown up in the Yakima Valley myself, when watching this film, I was reminded of how lovely and scenic and beautiful the Yakima Valley really is. And I know that it was your heart's desire to make a film from the area in which you grew up. Tell us a little bit about how the Yakima Valley itself plays a bit of a role in your film.
Well, I grew up in Granger, and a really small town, and the nearest mall was Yakima, 30 miles away, and there's something about that area. When I moved away, it wasn't something I noticed until I moved away, how beautiful the Yakima Valley is. It's just absolutely gorgeous. And I had to move away and then come back to visit in order to kind of notice that. And it was also something that you don't realize how unique the area where you live is until you go outside that area and you tell people about it, and they're like, what? There's dinosaurs in a town there? There's a sign that says Palm Springs of Washington? Like, that's strange.
Let's not talk about that.
There's, that you tell them you're from this part of Washington where it doesn't rain, and people don't understand that.
Right.
And I wanted to kind of show off where I was from, and also, kind of show the people of the Yakima Valley how beautiful the place they live in is. And I think the film does a good job of that.
I think it does a tremendous job. That's my opinion. I'd like for everybody to make their own opinion, and they're going to have an opportunity to do that without having to travel too terribly far. Now, we drove up to the Ellensburg Film Festival to catch that, and you guys won an award up there, correct?
Yeah, we won actually 2 awards. It was the Best of Central Washington, so I was pretty hoping that we would win that. But then we also won the Audience Award.
Wow. And how many films were entered into that fest?
I think probably about 12.
Really? So you guys were top of the heap there. Now, since then, you've also been to a number of other festivals. Have you had any success at some of the other festivals around the United States?
Yeah, it's been really nice. We've been to about 10 film festivals now, from Washington, Oregon, and California, all the way to Florida.
Wow.
And let's see, the most recent one, we just won the Best Narrative Feature at Eugene, and the Director's Choice Award at Gig Harbor.
God, congratulations on that, man. That's
Thank you.
tremendous. So yeah, you're getting some nice accolades. And again, folks here in the Yakima Valley can have a chance to see a local, another story. A local boy makes good. A guy who followed his dream, followed his passion, and brought it to fruition. And not only brought it to fruition, but is having some success with that. Tell us where we can see Cement Suitcase here in Yakima, Rick.
The Yakima premiere will be at Yakima Theaters on Friday, February 7th at 7 p.m.
Okay, and that's the theater, for those familiar, on North 16th Avenue, right before you hit the freeway there.
Yeah.
And what time's the screening? 7 p.m., you said?
Yeah.
All right, and now, as of right now, this is going to be, as they say in the industry, a one-off. There's just going to be the one screening, so you have one opportunity. Now, hopefully, if enough people can turn out and show some love for this local film and filmmaker, we can keep it, give it some legs, so to speak, and keep it running for a little bit longer than that. Where can people go to purchase their tickets in advance?
YakimaTheaters.com.
All right, YakimaTheaters.com. Again, the film is Cement Suitcase. Now, Rick, I know you're out of town right now, but you're going to be heading back up here.
Yep, I'll be flying there Thursday night.
Thursday night. Can you stop by maybe Friday morning here, and we'll pimp your show a little more?
Yeah, I would love to.
All right.
That would be great.
We would look forward to it, man. And like I said, I got to talk to you a little bit after the Ellensburg screening. My wife and I absolutely adored your film, man. It was.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, honest to God, it is one of the best movies I've seen in the last 12 months. There's no, that's no BS,
Thank
man.
You.
And I wasn't going to mention this, but despite the fact I am biased, I have about a 2.5 second cameo voiceover in the first 5-10 minutes.
And you nailed it.
It only took about 18 takes, but it was my pleasure and my honor to be part of that, and I appreciate you bringing some of the local flavor to your film.
I appreciate you lending your authenticity to the film. It was really great.
Well, Rick, best of luck, and I hope I get a bump into you on Friday, February 7th at Yakima Cinema, 16th Avenue. Tickets again available in advance at YakimaTheaters.com. Get them now, and let's sell this baby out and get you a nice little run up there, okay?
Yeah, great. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah. Let's put the heat on my buddy down there at the Orion and Mickey's Pub there to be able to have a little glass of wine while we watch the movie too.
Let's get Brent and Becky down there.
Get Brent in on the thing and elbow, wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Little adult show.
21 and up. Have a glass of wine while we watch Cement Suitcase.
No, and that's another thing. Rick did a great job. The wine industry is very much a plot vehicle as well in this film, and it gives a lot of love to the Yakima Valley wine industry as well. So, nicely done, Rick. Again, congrats on a job well done, and I'm really super stoked for you and looking forward to February 7th, man.